Hello and welcome to race number 15 of the WTF Racing Truck Series. This is going to be a fun one. Lady in black tonight. Who's gonna run it safe, and who's gonna have a stripe down the right side? We'll see by the end of it. But a little bit of a smaller field tonight, 19 trucks. But we ain't going to have a problem with that. The racing's still going to be good as always. So 19 competitors. Well, we'll say 17 for obviously me and Doug broadcasting and race controlling. But we're excited. We're ready for this Darlington thing. And can't get much better than this. So we'll see who's going to be fast and who's going to be where. At the end of practice, we saw Dean go top of the board. He ended up running a 4:03, met with a 5:3. So Dean off a lap time, a tenth quicker than the field so far. Stoney Benfield, he's a new guy to the league, but glad to have him. He's a little bit about him. He is a 2.5K added driver and a 3.5 safety. So pretty good racer right there. And we'll see where he qualifies, but P3 at the end of practice. Then you got Brian Helm, Zach, Adam, Fred, Bully inside the top 10 there at the end of practice. But qualify now. We'll see where they all stack up, who's going to be where. Cold tires on this track are very interesting, very loose. So you got to be careful with that by a lot. So be careful with that. I think these guys know it. So we'll see how the first lap files out. Matt going to go and run a 7. Stoney going to run a 6:16. Zach's going to go top of the wall with a 5.7. Let's see. I don't know how many people are going to get a lap in because this track, as hard as it is, people could make a mistake and overdrive it possibly. So that one thing that these guys could possibly see. Let's see who's quick at the end of practice. I know Brian always is. Did he make a mistake? Is that why possibly not qualified? No, Fred. Wondering if people have made mistakes and they hit the wall. Yeah, Dean, he ended up hitting the wall there. So he's going to be across the line soon for his second lap. Can he beat Zach? Well, we're checking a few people's laps. Can Dean do it? Hasn't crossed the line yet. Still got the chance for the pole. We're only 2 races away from the playoffs. So these guys, every point that they can get and will help them get into the playoffs top 10 like it's been all season. And I think most of these guys know that. So they're trying to get as many points. If you qualify on the pole, you get that extra point, which Zach, he's already locked in no matter what, the points leader for the most of the season pretty much. He's been the points leader, been able to make all of them but one, but he's been doing great job. Got the most top 10s, I believe it is, this season. So, yeah, so out of 13 starts, he's got 12 top 10s and 11 top 5s. That's kept him well ahead of second place in the points, Matt Frady, who's 55 points behind him. So, in the same amount of starts. So, Matt may have 4 wins. Zach has 2, but that consistency, 12 top 10s and 11 top 5s, definitely kept Zach up at the top. So, a lot of guys, though, looking in from further down on the bubble. A little bit of a smaller field tonight, though. Darlington, one of the harder tracks, but we're not going to be too worried about it racing. Going to be great, like it always is. But Zach's going to end up getting the pole over Stoney, Matt, Michael, and Clay. Going to round off the top 5, do a quick run down into the field when we get going green. Got to take a quick second and jump right back into it. The field is lined up on the front straightaway and getting all ready to roll off here for 125 laps at Darlington. Stages. Quick check for the stages. We obviously have the stages tonight, but stages are going to be at, I believe Doug put it in here. Yeah, stages are going to be 30, 30, 65. So lap 30 first stage, lap 60 the next, and then we run it green for 65 laps. Hopefully. Well, these guys got a lot to handle when we get going green here for a wild race. But on the pole, Zach Zaudever going to win. Win that, get that extra point. He's like locked in, like I said, but doing a great job. Apologize there. A little bit of a yawn. I apologize, but Zach did a great job, like always, putting her on the pole. Once again this season, Stoney to his outside, his first race with us. We'll see how he does. Next up's going to be Matt Frady in the 40. He's going to be starting behind his teammate in the 55. He's going to be on that bottom lane, just behind Stoney in the 4th spot. His best qualifying effort this season, the 18 of Bully Chef. There, MP4, MP5. It's going to be Clay starting behind both of his teammates this season. He's learned a lot from those two and been asking a lot of them questions to help a little bit. And he's going to be in contention of this one with one of his best qualifying efforts this season as well. Just behind him, Josh Witt and Mike Presley in the next row. In row number 5, it's going to be Chad Adams and Dean Duche. Next up, a couple Spear Motorsports drivers. In Adam Newton, they're in the 2, and Jason Spear on that inside line. Then just behind them is going to be Chris Pilo and Fred Lester in the 85. We're rounding off the end of the field. It's going to be Petey Soto and Jacob DeLago as we're coming around turns 3 and 4 to take the green flag. Zach and Stoney going to lead them to the green. Race number 15 is green. Showtime. See, can they get through turn 1 and 2? Gonna have to be careful how aggressive they get throughout the field. Trying to make it. Looks like most of the field able to get through this first corner. A little bit deeper in the field. Are battling side by side, a lot of it. Trying to take a nice wide shot through these first few laps from the blimp cam. See Christopher Pilo and Adam Newton there battling side by side, but on the first lap, it's going to be Zach taking the lead ahead of his teammate in the 40, Matt. Just behind them, Stoney and Clay. Bully still in that 5th spot. Then Mike Presley and Chad Adams. They're almost going to make a little bit of contact down the back straightaway. Mike got tight. Almost came up into him. Able to keep it out of the wall, though. Just slight contact at the most, but able to stay off of it and keep running. Great save from the 17. Able to keep it off of Chad there. But not much battling going up at the front of the field. Clay trying to run down Stoney. in that third spot. Already up 8 spots, though, from the start of it. Petey Soto and Jacob Delago up 8 spots. One of the biggest losers so far, I believe, started from the pits. Anthony McPherson started from the pits. He's lost 9 spots, so he's going to have to work his way through the fields we get running. Fred, Jason, Adam, they're a little bit further back than what they'd like, but doing a solid job of running so far. It's been Petey gaining a bunch of spots. Peter Soto gaining a bunch of spots in the 53 machine. Has a run down the back straightaway on Mike Presley. Where does he go with it? Into turn 3, going to look to the inside line. Not going to have the runoff that he needs. Down the front straightaway. How does he set up a pass here at Darlington Speedway? We're going to watch and see into turn number 1. Going to go up in the center, try to get that diamond on the exit. Going to get a run down the back straightaway. He will. Mike going to get close to the wall. Petey going to back out. Try to give him a little bit of room. Not going to go and try to have a dive to the inside. He's going to get to the inside of him through 3. Going to clear off the corner and off turn 4. Soto is going to take that 8 spot. Great move by the 53. One of his first races with us, but glad to have him in these races. But you can see how tight it is on the exit of the corner every time you come off that straightaway. There you got a chance to hit the wall. Battle for this 6th spot. Chad lets Dean go by. Dean, we saw him start at the back, not have the best qualifying. Did not set a lap time, but was top of the board at the end of practice, and he's obviously got the speed and making his way through the field and have to pass a few more cars to get into the spots that he needs, but doing a solid job of it week in and week out. Every time he shows up, has a ton of speed, so he's trying to work the bumper of the 18. Can he get by him? Gonna go to the inside into turn 3. Side by side down the front straightaway, and Clay Sarin at the same time. He's gonna look to the inside heading into turn 1. Think better of it backing out. Just in front of them, the 1839. They're gonna be side by side. Who's gonna lift on the exit of the corner? Contact. The 39-18 make contact. 39's gonna go around on the back straightaway. Dangerous spot to be side by side here at the Darlington Speedway. And contact spins both of them out. And we'll go back and take a look at it. But caution number 1 of the night is going to fly on lap number 8. Riding on board here with the 51. Take a look at it from what he saw on the exit of the corner. Just the 1839 make contact. Nowhere for 18 to really go, or the 39 just that tight spot on the exit of turns 1 and 2 is it's a hard spot to get around, and just no one backed out of it. They know what they were getting into when they got to the center of the corner, but on the exit just not enough room for the both of them. Slight contact, spun the 18 around, hit the back end into the wall, then it bounced back into the 39. So they make contact on the exit of turn 2, and that's going to spin the 39 around. He's able to get back going, though. Should be able to continue, and he's going to come down pit road, though. A few more are going to come down pit road, though. More than I expected. The 18, he's going to come down pit road. The 2 as well. 39, 28, and 15 all come down pit road this time. So good choices there. Possibly get tires, or interesting strategy call if they do take tires. But tires get some damage fix for the 18 and 39. But doing good so far through the race. The biggest mover, Soto. He's one of the new guys to the league. So let's go ahead and talk to him. Soto, do you got a copy?
I hear you, buddy.
Well, you're doing a good job at the moment. You are the biggest mover of the race so far. I believe you're up 11 spots. Talk to us how you're managing that and been working your way through the field in these first few laps.
Just trying to ride right now, man. I'm not the biggest fan of the track. I haven't ran it a whole lot. So just trying to ride and not tear everything up too early.
Definitely a good strategy here at Darlington. I know you saw those two in front of you make contact. They both went around. How much take and give do you think it's going to come down at the end of this race? Obviously, battling for all those positions and stuff. How much do you think give and take's going to be at the end of this?
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see more moves like that. You know, people getting used up all the way to the fence. Definitely wouldn't surprise me at all. But we're gonna have a lot of give and take right now, up until probably the last handful of laps.
Well, I like it. I like the way that you're thinking. Just getting through the field. You're doing a good job. Almost in the top 5, and looking forward to what you do the rest of the race. So good luck the rest of the way.
Okay. Thank you, thank you.
Soto, one of his first races with us, races at Madera Speedway in real life, and raced against him quite a few times. So good to have him running, and got to see him running on the iRacing deal. He's always fun to talk to and things like that. So glad to have him in the league, but on the pole for the restart, still teammates going to be side by side, Zach and Matt. Pulled away from the field and haven't looked back since. Not much them two getting too close to each other, but they've been going at it throughout the season, switching wins, things like that. So it is possible that Zach could steal one from Matt tonight if he's able to get around the track and finish, but we'll see if he's able to do that. But he's going to be starting on the inside of Matt Frady. So we'll see on the restart how well they're going to do together on the front row. Restart here on lap number 12. It's going to be the 55 and 40, leading them back to the green. Slow roll into the restart. Zach fires, back green. Side by side on the exit of turn number 2. Contact 19 into the wall. Clay going to get into the wall there on the exit of the corner. Tried to hold around the outside of Stoney. Just wasn't able to. And a little bit further back, I believe that was a 15. Made contact with it. So he's getting around. And a few problems on these restarts. Let's go ahead and ride on board with Clay as he works a few laps here. Let's ride on board and see what the cars in front of him are doing and what he's doing. Good battle up in front of him. Want to ride on board with the 74. Want to ride on board with him. He's gaining little by little on the front two. Matt Frady and Zach. So those two teammates, well, they're getting caught by a guy who's new to the league and looking for the wins. Let's see their lines compared to each other. He's doing a good job slowly reeling in that 40 truck and trying to close in on the back bumper as they go through turn 1 and 2. Matt's starting to lose a little bit of ground on the 55, but you see the gap between the top 3. Not much. Matt's going to lose a lot of momentum there on the exit of 1 and 2. That's going to let Stoney get to the back bumper into 3. Not going to have a big enough run, though. We'll see what he does down the front straightaway. A little bit of a run. He's going to look to the inside now. Down the front straightaway. He's going to have a bumper there. Off in the corner. Matt's going to get in the wall. Contact there. Able to make it through. The 40 makes contact with the wall. And Stoney's going to go by him. And just behind him now, Soto working his way into the top 3. You see in the bottom left, up 14 spots. Could be 15 in these closing few laps here of the stage. It'll be a good points day for Soto if he's able to get through it. Doing a good job with not much practice. Jumped in pretty late, and he's doing a great job making his way through the field. Matt Frady, the guy with the most wins this season. See what he's able to do with it. Can he defend Soto? Soto's getting up right by that wall, though, every time through the corner. Soto has the right rear on the fence. And personally, my favorite line to run, but he's doing a good job so far through it. He's been the closest one to the wall every corner. And for people who know me or watch my videos, I like running the top. So looking good up there and doing a solid job of it. You see how high he is above that top seam, then just kind of rolls around it, then drives off low on the exit of the corner. And doing a good job of it, but in front, starting to pull away, is the 74 and 55 ahead of the 40. Best battle on the track is between these two. Matt gonna get a little bit sideways now. Soto with a run. Heard him say there's gonna be a lot of give and take this race, and I think that's what you're seeing a lot. You saw him back off when he was trying to make a pass and had a run on, believe that was the 19. But backed off. Now he's going to look to the inside into 1. Going to think better of it. Drop back in behind him. Try to set up a bigger run. Few blinks out during the race so far. But Chad Adams in the 5th spot. Kind of on his lonesome. Not much going around where he is. But he's getting through it, having a solid points day. Good run for him. Then a little bit further back, you see these 4 cars duking it out. That is Clay, Sargent, Jacob, Jason, and Fred. So there's a lot of battles going on throughout this race, and it's not spread out too much. You see Jacob trying to reel in the number 19. They both got right side damage. They've already had their Darlington stripe so far. As those 4 are battling, just in front of them is Soto, still trying to work his way around the 40 truck. Not getting by as quick as he would like, but he's still working it, trying to get around him as quickly as he can. See way up high, getting a good run on the exit of the corner. See them talking there. Matt's going to go low and let him go this time down the straightaway. Going to let him go. Smart move by Matt. Still got a decent ways to go, but I think he knows it's not go time yet. Let him go. Hopefully that'll pay him back a little bit later on in the race. But right now, that's all they got kind of going on with it. Further back, still battling 4 cars underneath a blanket and slowly reeling in that 51 truck. And now you're going to have a move from Jacob. He's going to look to the inside of the number 19. Can he make the move? We're going to ride on board here with Fred Lester as he's looking at the few battles in front of him. See Fred gonna have a good run down the back straightaway on Jason Spear. Where does he go? He's gonna back out, getting into the corner. Smart move. A lot of give and take so far during this race, but as we get longer and longer into the race and a few more laps till the stage break, obviously, like I said, on lap 30. So 30-30 is gonna be the stages. But as we get closer and closer to it, we'll see how aggressive ramps up. Slight contact there. The 19 is going to go on the wall. Makes contact with the wall. That's going to let Jacob go by him. That's another spot for Jacob. Moves up into the 6th spot. Does Clay have anything to fight him back? Doesn't look like it. Let's ride on the helmet cam and see what Jason is running with and what's he trying to deal with kind of on top of the car, as he's going to go for the inside move on the number 19. Slight contact there. 19's going to go back in the wall, as well as Chad up in front of him. He gets into the wall there. A lot of things going on here. Bully didn't even see him in this battle. He's up into it now, as Jacob's going to clear all these cars, and he's going to try to pull away. But now we have a bunch of battles going on at the closing part of the stage. But as we're coming in to the end of it, it's going to be the number 55, Zach. Going to come off of turn 4, and he's going to win the stage. Zach wins stage number 1. That's going to win the stage. We're going to let them all come down pit road and then get an interview with him. But he's able to win the stage, able to move even further ahead of Matt, who's second in the points. But they're all should come down pit road this time. We'll take a look at it and see when they cross the stripe here. See most of the field coming down pit road to get them tires. You see Jason Spears going to win the race off of pit road. Great pit stop for him. Possibly took 4. But Stoney going to get around a few cars. And Zach going to lose a lot of spots there on pit road. Let's go ahead, try to get an interview here with the 55. Zach, do you got a copy?
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, doing a solid job of the first stage, able to win it. Lost a lot of track position there on pit road. Talk to us about that first stage, what you were trying to learn, and what happened there on pit road.
Well, just trying to fix some damage from hitting the wall one time towards the end of the stage, because didn't want it to affect as much pace as possible, so I was willing to give up a couple spots. But yeah, no, I'm just trying to run and be consistent. I haven't really learned much because I don't really know what I'm doing here. So um, just taking it as it comes, trying to stay up near the front. Hopefully, help me stay out of trouble. I don't know what tires are in front of me here on this restart, so it'll be interesting. But just trying to stay out of the wall and stay out of other cars, and I've lost a lot of track position over the last few races, so I'm trying to just maintain and be in a better spot at the end.
Yes, sir. Well, you're coming back to the restart for the stage, and we're looking forward to see what you got for Soto and Stoney. You're gonna have to get around them, so, and as well as Jacob on your inside. But good luck here on this restart, and good luck the rest of the way. Zach gonna be P4 for the restart, but down on the front row it's gonna be Stoney and Peter to take the green and start of stage 3. Restart here on lap number 34 for the stage. They're going to close in on the front stretch in the restart zone. Stoney fires back green. Stoney with a great restart. Soto a little bit caught sleeping there on the restart. They're going to be battling two teammates, the 40 and 55, side by side through turn 1 and 2. Most of the field's going to single file out now. Everybody able to get through turn 1. Can they get off of turn 2? Looks like it. Not many problems there. Few cars battling for it. 55 underneath the 99 of Jacob. Jacob going to try to drive back around him on the exit of 4. Light contact there, possibly on the front straightaway. Zach going to be able to clear, though, getting through the corner and chain for the lead. It's going to be Soto going to the front. Stoney, possible mistake. Not sure how that happened or how he lost it there. But Soto able to move into the top spot now. So Stoney going to have to try to work back around him and try to get that away from him. Matt able to get around Jacob. Jacob slow now. Possible problems for the 99 machine. He's slow on the front straightaway. 18's going to go by him. That's going to be Bully into the 5th spot. His first time back into the 5th spot since the start of the race. Lost some on that initial restart. Now he's back into it. Great battles between, looks like these 5. You can kind of throw in Dean there after contact with the wall, but doing a good job of battling. These guys going hard for it throughout this one so early, but now Jacob gonna have a little bit of run on the number 18 through the center of the corner. He's gonna try to dive back low. These guys battling for it, but battle for the top 4. These 4 going at it. You got Matt just behind Zach in the blue. 2 teammates there. The red Matt, blue Zach. And then you got Stoney with his first race with us. Soto, one of his first races with us, as he's getting right up against that wall through the corners. Let's ride on board here with Matt and see what he's seeing. Obviously, the caboose of this little train going on. Let's ride on board with him as he's looking up in front. Matt able to roll the center, able to get to the back bumper of the 55. We'll see how aggressive he gets with it, but going to lose a little bit of momentum there through the center and on exit. Zach a little wiggle, possibly loose to the center there. So he got through it, but a great run on exit. Going to stay right on the back bumper of Stoney. Best battle on the track are between these 3. Stoney sideways, able to save it though, but going to lose a lot of drive on the exit. Zach going to tag the wall on the front straightaway. Zach trying to get around him. I've just been watching Zach. One of the best at setting up a pass, but Darlington, a hard track to set up a pass and get around someone. And he's just trying to. They're both loose. They're both tight on entry, loose on exit. And these guys are having to will it to get into these, try to get around each other and try to catch the 53, who's doing such a great job, starting to try to pull away more and more each lap. Matt still on the back bumper of the 55. Just behind him is Matt looking, and just behind Stoney, the 55, all over the back bumper of him now. How big of a run does Zach need to try to clear? We'll see what Matt does heading into one. Does he let him go? Doesn't look like it. He's going to back off now on the front straightaway. How big of a run do they get on the exit of the corners? Stoney loose, Matt into the wall. Soto is right up against the wall. Not sure how much I can watch with him kind of blinking out every once in a while, but doing a good job of maintaining it. But he gets right up against the wall every corner. All the way up by the wall. Gonna diamond it straight back down the racetrack. Get that straight run off. And the good run down the straightaway. Just behind them, these three still kind of going at it. Matt's dropped back a little bit more. But on the 3 and 4 side, all the way up by the wall. Matt lost a little decent amount of time there, 1.8 seconds. So nearly 2 seconds lost on Zach and Stoney. But not what he wanted to happen. But still long ways to go. Almost halfway. So they still got a long way. Still got a faster pair. But I think he knows that. Zach gonna get a little bit in the wall there. Just a scrape, not much of it. But Stoney doing a solid job, able to hold off Zach for these first few laps during this run. A little bit further back, kind of spread out so far. Adam, Jason, got Jacob, Chad. They've all kind of spread out a decent amount. Bully having his best run of the season. Shout out Bully. Was watching him practice. He's figured out Darlington quite a bit during the practice, and been fast tonight and during qualifying practice, everything this week, and he's been fast. So possible practice before went racing, but he's looking good so far in the 5th spot. Just behind them, Adam there in the 8th spot, Jason 10th, Fred, Dean. They've all not been able to do what they've been most of the season, kind of run up front every race, just don't have the speed here at Darlington. But Clay trying to do as much as he can, keeps getting into the wall and just making contact each time and just losing time slowly and slowly. But no matter what, he's been doing good as he's going to get passed by Mike here. Going to let him go. But Mike's going to get around him. Mike is a lap down, so probably not too worried about it. But Mike's going to go around him. But it's kind of spread out. Been kind of on its lonesome so far. Not much battles going on at the moment. See Soto up in front of Stoney. Matt nearly a straightaway back. Let's ride on board with Zach for a few laps and just listen. Actually, there we go. Let's ride on board with Stoney and on the helmet cam, just kind of watch him work the wheel, see what he's doing. now we've seen in the closing few laps, we're seeing Stoney working the back bumper of Soto, trying to get around him. They're side by side through 3 and 4. Soto gonna get the fence, gonna lose a lot of momentum. Now he's gonna drop back. He's back to third now. Zach's gonna go by him, and he's lost a lot of speed, and he's gonna have damage. So unfortunate there. That time by, gonna lose a lot of spots. Unfortunate there for Soto. Throughout this race and through this long run that we've had stage 1, it's kind of gotten pretty spread out, but when we'll see how much tires come into play later on. I know I feel like I mentioned it most weeks, but tire wear is pretty big, especially here at Darlington, a very old racetrack, and I think a lot of cars know it, and that's possibly what Stoney did. Backed off, let him start to pull away, and was able to close him in as we're closing in on the end of the stage. Let's go ahead and jump into different chats and listen to what everybody else is talking about. A little bit of a radioactive.
He's
Kind of a dick move, my guy.
yeah, there ain't nothing here to fucking listen to.
Except for us hitting walls.
I'm talking about what a bunch of piece of shit this fucking track is.
You in the right one.
There's only one of us is still in the race, so probably not going to hear much.
Hello?
All right.
Man, my truck is fucked up.
we just out here trying to just take care of our tires, and I ain't changed tires yet. I never do. Just try to be there at the end. Some of these guys, unfortunately, some of them you just can't trust to be around, so you ain't got much choice but to go to the back on starts. If some car control was a little better, it wouldn't be so bad.
A brand new car, some new tires. We're back in this thing, baby.
Yep.
All right, end of the stage. It's going to be Stoney that wins stage number 2 that time by. Stoney wins it. So a good run for Stoney, able to get the stage 2 win. We see Stoney going to come down pit road. Most of the field should come down pit road this time. And like a lot of the field will. We'll see what the different strategies, who's going to take that faster pair, who's going to stay, and who's going to maybe roll the dice. Who's going to win the race off of pit road? See, left sides go up pretty even. One orderly leaving. Who's going to win the race off of pit road? It's going to be between Zach and Stoney. Bully going to get third. But I believe Zach got it at the line. He's able to get a good pit stop. Pit crew sent him out. Great stop for Zach. Able to get around the 74 of Stoney Benfield. Stoney, do you got a copy?
Yeah, man, I got you.
Well, great run there. Ended up getting the stage win. Talk to us what you learned so far during the race and what are you going to try to do heading into stage 3 and this long 65-lap run?
Well, this NC 811 Ford, man, it is great on the long run. And so I'm just going to take it easy here and really focus on the long run. It really comes in, tires come in good. And so we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch. You've been slicing your way through the field. Lost a spot there on the restart. How hard is it to pass here on this racetrack? Zach was trying to set up a pass for a few laps on you. During stage 2, how are you going to try to get around him, get around him and set up for to take back the lead?
Yeah, it's about impossible here at the beginning. And so we're just going to have to wait and let the tires rub in and get about 15, 20 laps on it and then see what happens. So we'll see.
Well, it's been fun to watch. Good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully be interviewing you here at the end.
Thank you so much.
Stoney stage 2 winner. Quick interview with him. That's cool. All right. Stage number 3 about to go green. It's Zach and Stoney on the front row. Here we go. Zach fires. We're green for the final stage at Darlington. Great restart for Zach. Able to get out in front of Stoney by a few car lengths. Jacobs doing a great job there in 3rd. Bully 4th. Adam, first time into the top 5 tonight, in 5th. Matt, I'm going to try to hold off Dean here. He's lost a few spots and quite a bit on the pit stop, so he's going to have to make his way back through the field if possible. Not had the speed tonight here. He said when we did a little bit of a radioactive, didn't like this track much and was struggling with it. So he's trying to slowly work his way through the field. Still in 7th, so not a bad race or finish if he finished here. But obviously, Matt always wanting more. And Dean's going to look to his outside now. Matt's going to back off. Going to try to slide back in behind Dean in front of Soto, who also had a not great pit stop. So he's those few are trying to get back into the rhythm and hoping to get around everybody. Matt going to give Soto the room, and he's going to go by him once again. Matt just kind of backing out No point pushing it yet. Still got a long ways to go. Lap 67 going to be led by Zach. So a great lap to lead for Zach there. Shout out Doug Race Control. But he's pulled a mile ahead of the field. He's 1.6 seconds. You're riding on board with him, looking out the back, and you see it, how much he has gained. He's pulled a big gap on those few. And then just behind most of the guys, just out of nowhere, Jacob got the right side damage, I believe, fixed. It looks like it. Yeah, got the right side damage. You see how close they are to the wall. A little bit of right rear damage, but shouldn't hurt him too much here. But doing a great job. Worked his way into the top 3 for the first time tonight. So Jacob, one of his best runs this season, up 16 spots, biggest mover at this point in the race. Excited to see how he does. I believe he's pretty close on making it into the playoffs. So if he's gonna have a few good races, it's now. Try to get in with 2 races left. He's closing in on the back bumper of Stoney. Can he get around him? One thing to catch, it's another thing to pass. As Tony said, it's pretty hard to pass on these early runs. So good run here. How does Jacob set up the pass? A little bit closer. Slowly but surely. Slowly closing in on him. The last few laps. Fast in the first parts of the race. Or of the corner, just doesn't have the speed on exit. Obviously, dirty air comes into play, and on a track like this, dirty air is pretty big, so he's trying to work his way around it. See a differing line. Jacob goes high on entry there. Stoney went low, kind of gained during the center, but Jacob tried to gain as much as he could on exit, but Zach already entering turn 1, 2.3 seconds ahead of Jacob and Stoney. All over the back bumper now, sideways as we get off the corner. Been trying to set up this pass for the last few laps. One guy that's also made a pass to get into 4th spot. Dean able to get around Bully, and that's put Bully back into the 5th spot, and Dean into the 4th. So a lot of racing going on so far in the first part of stage 3. See how close Jacob gets in the center of the corner to the outside wall. See Soto back here. Was the one that we were talking about earlier, all the way up against the wall, but just hasn't been able to find anything up there and been able to get around a few of the Spear Motorsports cars. And Bully up there leading the train. But able to get good runs, just not got a good enough run to go by everybody. Soto all the way up by the wall. Let's look out back at what Bully's seeing out of his mirror. with Adam Newton all the way on his back bumper. Has the pressure applied. All over the back bumper now. Adam with a good run. He's going to go to the inside line. Bully going to let him go. Adam will be clear in the corner. Adam's going to take over the 5th spot on the exit of 2. Great run now. Bully's going to be slow down the back straightaway. Not a good run. Big stack up through the field. Soto through the middle. Peter Soto through the middle. Able to get around both of them. Just a little mistake from the 18 machine. 83 nowhere for him to go. Got in the back of him. Got sideways. And Soto shot the gap through the middle. And was able to take 2 spots there and move into the 6th spot. In the wall, Jacob just in front of them. Problems on the exit of turn 2. Up 16 spots. Still going to be 15 when they cross the line. Dean was able to get around him. But see the right side damage not coming into play. And not what he needs to have happen. Jacob's so loose, tight, all over, and just hasn't been able to get around the track every time. Just been getting in the wall. So with that damage, definitely not helping him now. Battle just behind them. The 18's going to go around. Able to save it. Great save by the 18. Almost lost it. I don't know if there was contact there. Possible contact. Just at the start there, but let's take a look at that. What happened there? 18 of 40. Looks like they do make contact. The 18 checked up, 40 in the left rear of them. Able to go around them, but just wild save for Bully there. Contact checked up, and yeah, able to save it though. Great race for the front of the field. Now Stoney starting to close in on the back bumper. On the 55. Slowly closing in. 6/10 of a second now on the exit of turn 4. Last lap for Stoney was an 8.9. Zach. So a 1/10 of a second better is Stoney trying to get all he can. One thing to catch, has the better tires, probably saved a little bit more. But now we're closing in on just a handful of laps left. Now, how does he get around them? Can they make it to the end on fuel? That's another question. Just watching him work the wheel nice and smooth. Trying to get through it just a little bit behind them. You see Soto and most of the field not got a lot going on here. Clay, a lot of right front damage there. Trying to get around the 18. But this is the best battle at the front of the field. Jason, obviously here. Jason trying to get around the 53. Closing in the center of the corner. I love these onboards, watching how different everybody drives the track. But Stoney trying to catch Zach. Gets a good corner there. now within 0.4 of a second. Obviously has the better tires or just the speed at the moment, but every time he gets a little bit closer and a little bit closer, the car's not going to turn as good as he wants. Hey, Doug, do you got a copy?
Gotcha, man.
All right, I'm watching this battle for the lead and just thinking, do you know if these guys are going to have to pit, or do you know anything about the fuel or anything like that?
They will have to pit.
They will.
Just checked in with Bully and asked him just a few laps ago. He said he had like 18 laps of fuel. So they will have to pit, barring there's no caution. So they will have to do a green flag stop. This track has definitely worked over quite a few people. I see quite a few have dropped out. This old Stony here is really running Zach down.
One of the wall 17 just in front of your leaders. Mike in front of the two leaders. Going to get in the wall there. Sorry. A little bit of possible butt pucker moment there for Zach, but that's going to help Zach get around. Little contact now. The 17 back in the wall once again. Into the wall right in front of your leaders. Possible made right rear contact with the 74. But interesting, they're going to have to pit. Yeah, he does have a little bit of right rear damage from that.
Yeah, a little bit, so.
Shouldn't hurt him too much. He's got the speed right now, but we'll see when these guys come down pit road, who's going to be the more aggressive one. This pit road is definitely a hard one to get down. And I think most of these guys know it, but I don't think any of them did practice for a green flag pit stop. So we'll see how Zach right against the wall there. We'll see how the different strategies go. I think a few have pitted, but coming out pit road, they're going to have to be careful with how that goes. All right, I'm going to keep watching this battle. Just wanted to check in on you and see what you saw or any information that you had. So appreciate you helping me out just a little bit there.
Absolutely. So we'll watch the green flag stops and see if that shakes up the leaders here.
Yes, sir. All right, see you there at the end, Doug.
Alrighty.
Got Zach and Stoney still battling out in front of these cars. Then just behind them, Dean moved into the third spot, able to get up to it on this long run. So he's doing a good job on the long run. And Stoney, we heard him talk about how good he was on the long run and how good his truck was on the long run, as Jason's going to get around the lap car of Mike Presley. Still battling his teammate Adam for fourth. But at the front, Stoney just not been able to get around him. Been able to get to his back bumper, just hasn't been able to clear. Fred going to try to go around, going to look to the inside, going to think better of it. Now the leaders are going to be side by side, getting into turn number 3. Contact made. 55 is going to go on the wall. 55 into the wall. Stoney to the lead. Not what Zach wanted to have happen. Contact before the lead. That's going to put Zach back a few spots now. And now Zach's going to have right side damage. Got a little bit of elbows out there for Stoney. They made contact. And now we'll see if Zach's got anything for him. Well, let's see. Zach could be coming down pit road. I know he does have that fast repair still, so he's going to come down pit road. Look like a good stop for Zach if he doesn't speed. Good stop there. Get that damage fixed. Get back on those old tires and try to get it back out in front of him, as there's just 30 laps to go for the leader. So able to get to lead. Elbows out there for Stoney, and he's going to go down pit road. But can Zach get back out in front of him after they pit? Where does Stoney go? How much longer does he stay out? Zach rolling into his box now. We see Stoney just going to cross the start-finish line now. I know the ticker's blocking it, but you'll see him here in a second. There he goes, top left of your screen. So Zach a lap down now, but taking 4 tires, going to get back out running. Everybody's going to have to pit no matter what. So we'll see how this plays. It's a good battle just in front of them for the 53 and 19 there. As Soto's going to go and lose a spot. I believe Zach Clay has already pitted. He has, but Zach going to come off pit road. We'll see if the 74 is going to come down. No, he won't. Still hasn't came down pit road yet. Down to pit road, the 74 goes. He's going to come down pit road here on lap 98. Going to lock up the brakes. He's going to miss the pit road. He's missed pit road entrance. Not what he needed to have happen. Stalled it. He's going to have to go all the way back around the racetrack. Big mistake. I said it before the race, or before the pit stops happened. Able to get back running, though. But, man, what a costly mistake. Possibly the fastest truck on the track. Makes a mistake coming to pit road and loses all of that. Not good for the 74. Take a look back at it here. We saw her come down pit road. Saw him dive to the inside line. Just try to turn the corner. Was going to be okay. Hit the brakes pretty hard. Locked him up and it slid straight. Was okay. Got to the white line. But here at the racetrack, I'm going to turn on the cursor real quick. That is the commitment cone. So he had to get there. I don't know if he just thought that this line right here was the line to get his speed down, but he overshot it there. And that's going to give over a lot of spots to a lot of different drivers as he's coming down pit road nice and slow now. But Zach's going to go by him on the front straightaway. Zach, after green flag pit stop, file out, should be the new leader. You see the 40 and 18 coming down pit road now. Good stops for them. Matt Frady's going to leave pit road now. He's going to get back out in front of Bully. But Matt going to gain a few spots. And then your leader, when it shuffles out, Zach moves back into the lead after a costly mistake from the 74. Unfortunate first race with us, just makes a mistake. And man, it costed loads of time for the 74. Stalled it, able to get back running, but now he is a lap down from the leader. Costly mistake. He's going to get dropped back into the 8th spot. But man, what a disappointing possible finish for this if it runs green the rest of the way. Stoney was quick all race and just locked at the brakes. One mistake, it's over for him now. Or at least a chance for the win. Dominant so much of this race so far. Nine seconds above second place, who is Adam Newton in the 2. He's crossing the start finish line now. Zach is coming off of turn 2, so almost half a track if Zach's able to stretch it more. But what a race it's been so far for Zach as we're closing in on 20 laps to go. Still a long race that could go down, but that was a lot that could happen here. Anything could happen here at Darlington. A little mistake, and it could definitely cost a lot of people. Could lose everything possibly from the lap cars. Obviously, got his teammate in the 19 in front of the 18. So 2 lap cars. He's going to have to work his way around. We'll see. Could be a problem. Losing a little bit of time on it, though. Zach going to go the inside of the 18. Try to get by. Not going to be able to that time through 3 and 4. But keep in mind, these two are battling for it. They're battling for their own spots just in front of the leader. So they're going for everything. They're battling for their spots. 19's going to let the 55 go. And the 18's going to go by the 19. Zach on the lead lap. Bully 1 down. Clay 2 down. He's trying to get by him, just hasn't been able to yet. In the wall, the 19 behind the 55. Clay not had a great race. Started up front, just not been able to do much. Dean in the pits. Been in for a while now. Don't know how many laps down he is. But one there. Fred Lester in the wall. Matt's going to go by him. Soto in 4th. He's worked his way back up into the 4th spot. And Jason just trying to make his way through and stay in the top 3 spot. But ooh, apologize. Sneeze there. Didn't mean to the mic luckily. Luckily in time, but Adam slowly catching Zach a few tenths of a second. The last seems like 10 laps, but just not going to be enough no matter what. He will have to gain a immense amount of time in these next 15 laps to get to Zach if he's able to. But 8.6 seconds back from him now. Don't see much going on with it yet, but still a long ways to go. 15 laps here at Darlington, 30 seconds a lap. We still got at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes left in this race, so we'll say 5 to be safe so I don't sound dumb trying to say math. But Zach out front. He's been so dominant most races. Ended up stealing one from Chad at Martinsville this season. Won that by, I think, 0.26 of a second. Beat Chad coming to the start-finish line. And he's got 2 wins on the season. And hasn't looked back since. Been the points leader since, I believe, race 4 or 5. And hasn't looked back. He's got the points lead. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the schedule. Looking at the schedule, so Darlington this week, obviously, and then next week, Michigan, the last race before the playoffs. And let me throw that out there for whoever is watching this point at the stream. It is a money race, so we'll see how many people are actually watching. But it is a money race, so $20 to win that one next week. Michigan, really racy racetrack in the truck, so make sure you show up for that one. Last race before the playoffs, and then we go to Legacy Atlanta, Talladega, Sonoma, and Bristol. So a 1.5 mile super speedway road course and a short track in the first round of the playoffs. Then round number 2, and the final round: Vegas, Daytona, Martinsville, Homestead to round off the last race of the season. So we're gonna go back to Homestead where the finale should be in real life, but looking forward to that as we got 10 laps to go here for Zach out front. 10 laps to go for Zach. Doing a great job. Conserving. Been able to get through it. Matt Frady in 5th. Peter Soto in the 4th spot. Slowly catching Jason in the 83 machine. We're top 5 at the moment. If you check in the bottom left, it's a manufacturer. It's a manufacturer kind of scramble here. Leader Zach in a Toyota. Adam Newton there in the number 2 is in a Ford. 3rd place Jason Spear. He's in a Toyota. Soto for Chevy in 4th. Matt Toyota in 5th. Bully and Fred in Chevys. Stoney in a Ford. So a lot of battles that was going on there, but just not the race that Stoney wanted to have happen after the halfway. Just missed that pit stop, and it definitely costed him. But he's trooping along, still staying out there. Looking at lap times, it looks like Zach has the 2nd fastest lap of the race. I believe Stoney still has the fastest lap of the race. So great, good little bonus, I guess you could say, from that there. As I believe the 40 has had a problem. I don't see him on the racetrack anymore. Possible internet issue or manual disconnect. I'm not for sure, but the 40, he is gone. A lot of cars are gone from the race. The 40 ends up leaving. Not for sure what happened on that one. Not been able to get to the finish of it. Zach still the last, maybe not the last, yeah, Clay's still in here, so not the last KFM truck, but still, the highest runner, I guess I could say with that. Zach's coming across around 3 and 4. He's going to have 4 laps to go. Qualified on the pole. Lost the lead there during that 2nd stage, but was able to get it back on the pit stops. Pit crew got him back out there. And then pretty much set sail. Wasn't able to have much of a challenge there, obviously. Unfortunately, Stoney made that mistake on pit road. Kind of gifted Zach the win. Still got 2 laps, so don't want to jinx him, but still had a few more to go. But man, this was definitely a race that the 74 Stoney could have had under his belt. Just a little mistake. He was actually right behind Zach, but those two were going to battle it out for the end. As Zach's going to cross the line with 2 laps to go. Been so dominant, got the pole. Has 2 wins this season. Kind of went off on a... can't really say he's been cold at any point during the season, but both races he's won were battles all the way to the end. Obviously Daytona and Martinsville. So the 2 races he's won, 2 completely different tracks. And if he's able to get around on this final lap, he'll have it on a 3rd completely different track. A white flag for Zach. Been looking strong all season, the points leader, and could carry some great momentum heading into the this last bit. What a great day for Zach. Wins the pole, gets back out for the lead, and never looked back. Through 3 and 4. Zach's going to do it. He's going to win race number 15 at Darlington. Great run for Zach, the number 2. Adam's going to cross the line. He's going to come home P2, 83. Jason is going to roll across the line next. 53, Peter Soto is going to get 4th. 5th, his first top 5 of the season. The Bully, he's going to come off of turn 4. Let me fact check that real quick. I'm pretty sure about that. But Bully's going to cross the line. He's going to finish 5th. Let me check real quick. Bully has, let me check. Not for sure, wait. He has 0 top 5, so his first top 5 of the season. So congratulations, Bully there. Had a solid race. Comes home P5 to get his first top 5, so great run for him. Nice comeback for Stoney there. Unfortunate. Obviously had a chance to win it, but just wasn't able to complete it. Fred, Clay, Mike, the last 3 who are able to complete the race. As Zach's going to burn her down on the front straight over. We're going to do an interview with him. Zach, do you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, we saw the pit stops come into play. Stoney made a mistake and you did not. Talk to us about that final stage, what you did, and how were you able to get to the lead, and how were you able to win it?
It was, well, in practice, I did a couple practice entries and realized that it was going to be a really difficult pit entry, and my goal is just, even if I lose time, just don't miss the pit entry and don't speed. So that worked out in my favor, but yeah, I was going to go a couple more laps, kind of force my hand there, getting doored up into the wall, but had too much damage to really have any pace after that, and it was just, I had to come straight in, but ended up working out. Don't know really where I would have panned out had he made his pit, but yeah, I was just trying to be consistent. It paid off.
It definitely worked out for you, so congratulations on your 3rd win of the season. Great momentum heading into the playoffs. Great momentum there, obviously. One more race next week, but great momentum. Good way to kind of close off this last bit, but one last thing. Who would you like to thank for this victory?
Everybody at WTF putting on the race and letting us come out, have a good time, and take a break from all our lives and just have some fun for a couple 100 laps.
Yes, sir. It was definitely fun to watch. Thank you for putting on a show, and congratulations on your 3rd win of the season.
Thanks.
Zach gonna come home with the victory. Next up, Adam Newton comes home P2. Adam, do you got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Alrighty, well, good comeback for you during this race. Obviously, started a little bit deeper in the field, I believe, if I'm correct, right? Let's check. Yeah, 14th. Yeah, you started deep in the field. And first stage, looked like you were just trying to fill it out and just learn as much as you could. Didn't gain too many spots, and then you slowly started catching. The more and more we ran, you slowly got closer and closer to the field. But talk to us about how you were able to manage it and how you were able to get to P2 tonight.
Well, a little bit of luck. Well, make a long story short, I didn't get here until like 4 minutes before the race. My brother had a little baby girl yesterday, and I was with them at the hospital, doing a little bit of babysitting, uncle sitting. And I didn't get a lot of practice, but my teammates helped me a lot. Had a little rough start, got into the 15 got into me, and I had to ride for a little bit, but tried to maintain my tires and stuff, and thought we would have something for Zach, but a little bit of lap traffic and not pushing hard enough to get up there to race with him. That was my fault. But all in all, it was a great day.
It was definitely a good one to watch, watching you come through the field. So good job there. Obviously, you thanked a few of the guys, but who would you like to thank for coming home P2?
I'd like to thank my Spears teammates, Jason, Dean, Bernie, Brian, and Tom Lester. And like to thank Mama Jean's, Pam Pittman. And I got a new sponsor, Per Race Parts, out of South Boston, Virginia. He told me I could throw his name up there, and Stacy Prier is a hell of a late model driver. If you need any late model parts or any other parts for your race cars, he's your guy. Check him out, and thank y'all for having us, and thank you for doing the broadcast.
Yes, sir. Have fun always doing it. Congratulations on, congrats to your brother, I guess, and then congratulations to you. Going home P2.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'm going to go home P2. Then Jason Spear, going to round off the top 3. Jason, do you got a copy?
I do.
All right, well, come on P3. Feel like most races, every other race, I end up interviewing you. But congratulations, come home P3. Talk to us about that wild race. Long runs, green flag pit stop here at Darlington. Talk to us a little bit about how your race went and how tricky were those green flag pit stops.
They, the green flags were, just had to be smooth getting in. I just took my time getting in. I think it worked. I slid into the cone at the right time, and it was a good pit stop overall. I wanted to actually qualify a little worse than I did to stay in the back. I rode around in the back on purpose. I did come out with not taking any tires and actually led a lap or so, and then immediately pit because I just didn't trust being up front there. It was kind of crazy, so I went ahead, elected to go to the back and just be there for the top 5 at the end, and that's what happened. Seemed like everybody wrecked out, left, damaged, something. So I knew if I could just wait until all that happened, I would end up with a top 5, and that's really the name of the game here is just wait and let it all happen and then move forward. My teammate Adam Newton, he did what he was supposed to do. We was both on the same strategy, and we just made it to into the top 5, and we're just trying to maybe sneak into the playoffs. But it's just it's difficult, trying to dodge the wrecks. They're going to happen, wrecks on the straightaways and different things like that. But all in all, the race was good, and glad we ended up with top 5.
Hey, sir, I was just looking at that. Adam is 12th, and he looks like 16 points out. And then Jason, you are just behind him, 17 behind him. So you guys do have a chance. Obviously, one last race with Michigan next week, and that could definitely be a good race for you guys. If you don't show up, which I don't think a few are, but we're looking at it, and we'll see who's going to be able to make it in. But obviously, come on P3, so a good points day for you and good momentum heading into next week and the next few weeks. So congratulations there.
Yep, I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to Michigan. It's a good track for me. I'll start in the back and wait to the end and let everything develop, happen, wreck out, leave, different things like that, and then I'll try to at the last stage try to go for it and work myself into it. So we're Spear Motorsports. We're looking forward to that track for sure.
It's definitely gonna be a fun one to watch, and Michigan always races great in the truck, so we're excited for it. So, hoping to see you next week, and we'll see you then.
Yep, I'll definitely see you there. Thanks to my teammates, you guys, and Doug for putting on the league. I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Always fun. Appreciate having you guys. So, congratulations.
Yes, sir.
Jason comes home P3 to round off the field here at Darlington. Obviously, no sponsors to thank tonight, but it was a blast doing it here at Darlington, and we'll see how everybody stacks up there at Michigan. So it was a fun one. Glad I was able to make it for this one. Wasn't actually sure, but was able to make it, and it was a fun one to watch. So tune in next week. Monday night, Late Model League, we're going to be running Las Vegas Bull Ring, and I hear that one's going to be pretty exciting. So be on the lookout for that one, and then be ready next Tuesday night for Michigan. Like I said, a money race, so if anybody's watching at the end of the stream, make sure to show up for that one. So it's going to be a fun one. We'll see how everybody does there. But if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, turn on the bell so you get notification when I go live and we're racing. So I will see you guys then.